Do you do you think this is going to make Draymond better or worse this season?
I
Because
think it makes him better.
really, okay, because
Yeah.
Bob Myers talked about it. He's like, some players respond to like prove it seasons, and some players it messes with their head.
Nah, this is Draymond's wheelhouse. Like literally, it's him against the world, right? I mean, he got booed at Chase Center. Like the
I
fact
missed
that,
that. Did he really?
yeah, I mean, it wasn't like crazy, but you could hear people booing. Like some people cheer, but some people boo, which is something that just doesn't happen at home, right? And
Yeah.
like I don't think his approval rating has ever been lower. So this almost kind of puts him in that zone,
So
right?
we
Where
get
it's
we getting
like,
31% from three.
I'm thinking 34.
All right, stop
I'm
it. Stop
thinking
it.
34. Like, I mean, this is like, I mean, he's got so much writing on this. And to me, like the for Draymond, like the biggest motivator is when he could turn around and he could like talk, he could talk his trash, right?
Right.
When he's put in a situation to say, "Oh, okay, you're saying this, all right, I need to respond, so I have to play because you ain't gonna shut me up," right? So I gotta perform because I can't lose my ability to talk. I feel like he's in that situation, right? Where, I mean, they just invested in two guys who didn't build this thing, but benefited from it, and not in Draymond, right? So, I mean, that's a significant move. I know people are like, "Oh, you're being negative." Like, this is a significant moment. Like, they made a choice, and the choice wasn't Draymond.
They also
So,
paid Poole and Wiggins also got paid more, and I understand inflation, but more than what Draymond's ever gotten on a contract.
oh yeah, no question. Like, I mean, Draymond's never made $30 million with the Warriors a year, and that's like Poole's average.
I think part
So
of
it's
it's
like,
kind of his fault too, though. MT, like I feel
ain't
like part of it's
ain't
like
no kind of.
like yeah, it's like you should have went to clutch earlier. I mean, look, man, like you could have got more.
I also think just like part of it's his skill set never gets paid.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
translate
true.
to that
not
much.
in
true.
It
So
doesn't translate. You got to be able to get buckets. Bottom line, you just got people don't pay unless you get buckets.
only
Not that
Andy
kind of
Lou
money.
pays to watch Draymond like scare people in the pick and roll and get a strip steal.
I love that. I mean, I still say I would have paid Draymond and Poole. I would have not. That's my take.
I actually think he's done pretty well considering. I mean,
Yeah.
look at
PJ
Looney. Looney can't get 10 million.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So he actually does pretty well. But I think he's going to be crazy motivated. I actually think he is healthy and in shape, and he's got like bodies around him, right? This isn't like where it's like, yo, D'Angelo Russell, I just need you to be right. It's like, yo, he's got some people who he's got, Wiggins at the point of attack. He's got Steph who's playing defense, right? He's got Loon as his starting center. Like, he's not like having to manage and coach a bunch of people like he can just kind of lock in, and he wants to be Defensive Player of the Year. And here's where I knew, Andy, that we were in for DPOY Draymond. The moment Rudy Gobert tweeted, that was it.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay, he ain't taking this from Rudy.
Why? One, he has
That
blonde
one's-
hair now. Two, just the tweet.
I can understand why that's so personal, because Rudy, there's no chance on earth Draymond's going to get the contract Rudy got. Just zero. He's fighting to get the contract.
That's
Wiggins
a good point.
got.
That's a good point.
And he is a better defender. He's definitely the more accomplished defender. It could make a man pretty big.
I mean, he can't even get the DPOYs Rudy got, right? Like, he still got one where Rudy just racks him up. So yeah, he's not taking that from Rudy. He's gonna want to talk to Rudy. I mean, look, we saw this whole year was don't let us win the title, and then he goes out and he was playing great until he got hurt. So
he would have.
Obviously, injury is like of increasingly a more real element. Like, they're in their 30s, sure. You got to worry about it. But if he's healthy, I think it's set up for him to play really well.
Yeah, there's not really a track record for a 33-year-old 6'6" center. Like, how do those guys age? But like nothing Draymond does really fits like a stereotype either.
I I want to get off Draymond at some point here, but my final take is I do think he's not going to get the money. Even if he has a DPOY, I don't think it matters. I think a couple of things, age, injury, the punch, all that stuff might have cost himself a bunch of money in next year's market, which is why I think he has a pretty good chance to be on the Warriors again.